tax. You'd be amazed how much it can influence the cars we drive. Ferrari produced a 2-litre turbo version of its V8 cars for years in Italy to get around a tax bracket, and it can affect you even more if you drive a company car. Now, just recently, the government introduced a brake for company cars with a payload capacity of over 1,000 kilograms. Basically, you don't have to pay the VAT if your car passes this criterion. Of course, they were trying to help small businesses, and very commendable too. However, there's been a spate of pickups launched in recent years aimed at creating a new lifestyle segment as influenced by the American culture of the pickup. And they've not done too well. Accounting for a fraction of new car sales last year, those companies have seized on the 1,000-kilo tax break to approach a new market, fleet sales. So, would you trade your Vectra SRI over here at near 19,000 including the VAT for this Mazda B Series pickup, which comes in at nearer 20 grand even after the tax break?
I think what they'll have to do is, if they've got a choice of vehicle, they'll have to take into consideration of what type of mileage that they'll be doing on an annual basis. For instance, if an employee is actually doing like 80,000 miles a year, for instance, which is particularly high mileage, it'd probably be far better taking the company car.
Well, I guess you can get plenty of briefcases in here. Waterproof ones, of course. Unfortunately, in here, the utilitarian origins of the pickup are betrayed by the cheap hard plastic and the durable nylon flock material that the cabin's trimmed in. Mind you, it'd be nice and easy to clean should you spill your morning coffee. Here, the B Series just can't compete. Okay, you've got a nice high driving position, you can see over everything else, but the engine's noisy. It's not that much fun to drive, and it's not a place I'd want to spend a lot of motorway miles. It's not particularly good at the petrol pumps either. Your company's going to be forking out far more on fuel bills as you're racking up the miles in the B Series. This is a much more pleasant place to be. Okay, what you lose in terms of height and road presence, you definitely make up for in refinement. And, as you'd expect, the SRI can shift a bit. And you'll be better off at the pumps as well. You can actually hear the stereo above the near silent engine, and the materials used are much better. So it looks like the pickup loses out again. Who's going to fork out 20 grand for a lifestyle company pickup when the higher specified Vectra here is actually cheaper? Well, in our opinion, probably small businessmen who the government were targeting with this initiative. Now, the craze for lifestyle pickups isn't really going to take off over here, not as long as they're so agricultural and expensive. And let's face it, European tastes are very different from our friends across the Atlantic. Now, there will be sales, of course, to architects, self-employed builders, engineers, etc. And probably there'll be a steady flow of sales in this small niche area. As for me, I'm back off to London. I've got a long drive, and there's only one serious choice, that Vectra.